Hey guys, huge evidence about FTX. In this video, I let you listen into a call between the COO of Liquid Exchange and the CEO of NuGenesis over the creation of 192 million counterfeit accounts. SBF is really creating the narrative of being the good guy and Alamanda the bad boy. But let's begin with a short recap of how Bitboy Crypto went to the Bahamas and tried to get to SBF. Plus, see how he is living over there. No wonder he doesn't want to go back to the US.
You think you were at FTX? 100%. Yeah. What do we do with this?
Is he offering to make me the CEO of FTX or not?
His parents involved in it. A lot of people are starting to think they have a much bigger hand than previously thought. Some of the actors, Caroline Ellison, Gary Wang, they've apparently escaped the country to Hong Kong and beyond.
Thank you.
Thank you. Kind sir. Good sir.
Just having you. We got through security. We're in Mike Flynn.
Oh man.
Where are we at?
We are in the Albany. We are in the compound. Guys, we are not playing games. They don't want him here from what I mean, they basically tried to kick him out, but FTX owned it. They cut off his ability to buy food, I think. From, I guess they have an internal card you use here at the Albany or something like that, and they cut off his ability to purchase things here. That's what I heard anyways. We'll see. Sam, can you buy chips? Make this happen. If he is not here and they moved him last night, that would be the most disappointing thing in my entire life. It's like, I must have known we were coming. You know, we're relentless. We don't play around with these people, man. If people haven't figured that out yet, it's not a joke.
75
Yeah.
Basically, a quarter of the crypto cycle. We were told that he was the biggest.
Yeah. He's got some nice moves. You got to admit it to be somebody that's, yeah. Oh, he's gonna need some bionic legs to get away from me if I can catch him. We're trying to get down to the bottom of what's going on and what's happening, and basically, he's being a puss. Like, Sam, come out and tell your story, bro. Like, that's what we want to do. We want to know what happened with your meeting with Gary Gensler. I want to know how your girlfriend's dad is involved with this with Gary Gensler. Let's ask those questions. We're the first people to come inside of these stores looking for him.
No one else has even tried.
No one else has even tried.
We're not a fan.
Nobody. They said we are the first people. 2.5 weeks, we're the first people. What? You want to?
For instance, I refuse to provide the name of us. And now, proceeding back to the vehicle.
Oh, look at these nice. Yeah.
Walk in the
Well,
water.
someone filed a complaint on us for coming to try to expose an $8 billion scam. He won't come talk. He won't come tell his story. And we're not done here, guys. We're gonna go get our car. We're gonna leave the Albany right now. Willing to defend the largest fraud in human history. That's terrifying, to be honest with you. That's really scary. Very, very, very scary. That's where this has gone to at this point. So,
Well, man, look at the room. We're getting 4,000 people in
Yeah.
Went in Hotep. There's a ton of other people. Dog and myself. We all support you here.
thank you, appreciate that.
Okay, guys, let's listen into a call between the COO of Liquid Exchange and the CEO of NuGenesis over the creation of over 192 million counterfeit coins. It's crazy. The quality is, but listen in, guys.
Right now, we're talking to Seth and Erwin. So this is the COO of Liquid Exchange, which is owned by Sam Bankman-Fried, and also Erwin, who was our first contact, who we dealt with in Liquid.
199 million coins sent to us. It came into our wallet. Where was it sent from? Someone sent it to us. You just told us Alameda sent it.
Alameda sent it.
That's all we need to know. Where is it now? Where is it now? Where did it go to? Who's taken it? Let's just start with where it is now. That's right. Alameda sent it to us, and someone took it out of our wallet. So who took it out of the wallet that was allocated to us?
We were informed that someone informed us that they wanted the transaction to be on chain and that this was not a good transaction and that it should be reversed.
Look, Seth, we're not saying you made more. We're not saying that there's more that's manufactured that didn't exist. We're saying, to be very, very blunt, we're saying that an amount disappeared somehow from your end. It could have been an accident. It could have been a fire. I don't know. And then you made it up. You haven't cheated anyone. You just made up the difference, debit and credit. I agree. There's no argument about it. So can we just make something clear here? At this point in time, we're assuming that we're assuming that they haven't manufactured excessive amounts of NuCoin and more than as much as they wanted in order to dump the market. Although we did suspect that. What we're saying here is let's assume that they're completely honest. We could tell that 200 million NuCoin disappeared somewhere, and then what they were trying to pay us with was 200 fake NuCoin, counterfeit NuCoin. So we're saying this seems odd. If you can do that with NuCoin, why can't you do it with Bitcoin? Why can't you do it with Ethereum? Why can't you do it with everything? And what's the limits? So
at the start of it, this section over here was actually talking about the 200 million new coins that vanished, the counterfeit new coins. So the emails that were important that you guys saw, one of them was where we said, look, we've received counterfeit new coin. We did not say any other thing. We didn't talk about text. We didn't talk about anything else. We said in our wallet, there's counterfeit new coin. All of a sudden, the next day, those coins vanished. So those coins that were in our wallets completely vanished. And what Nick touched before about some customers saying that in FTX that their wallets are now to zero, that happened to us, and we've got proof of it as well. Yeah. So all those 200 million NuCoin, 199, whatever it was, completely vanished, and it had a record of zero in our wallet, and they were no longer there.
Yeah. That's not how we run our business. Look, I'll find the Slack message. Someone told us that they wanted it to be an on-chain transaction, and someone said, well, this wasn't a good transaction because they didn't see the transaction hash. Well, the reason why there was no transaction hash on the transfer from Alameda to the NuGenesis account, and I don't know your account number, but I built the exchange. It's because we don't broadcast transactions between internal wallets.
We know.
Okay.
So we know that.
Someone communicated, and I got to look through my notes. This was a few weeks ago. I don't really recall, but somebody said, oh, they want it to be an on-chain transaction. Can you reverse that? And I said, well, okay. It's not something we normally do, but we were trying to keep everybody happy, so we did it.
I think the words are getting loaded here, and we're all saying the same thing, which is good. Here's the difference. The difference is this. We're not saying all you did is make up the difference, debit and credit. That's terrific. No one's been cheated.
Hey,
all we want to know...
You just reversed what they had done. That's it.
Okay, but hold on. Our concern is this. Because we know that wasn't done on-chain, that whatever that deficiency and how you made it up wasn't done on-chain. Our concern isn't that you've created more than necessary. Our concern is how can this be done, and how can we be sure it's not going to be repeated, whether by you or anyone else. Did you understand what we're saying? We're not.
I understand that, and that's a valid question. Thank you. That's a valid point, and I acknowledge that. I'm not happy that we did this. In fact, I can't even recall, and I've been to Brendan's place for 4 years. I can't recall ever doing that before. But I don't have the Slack speaking message in front of me, but it was communicated that both sides wanted this to be an on-chain transaction and to reverse the transfer that Alameda had done to the NuGenesis.
We didn't know nothing about the reversal. We had no idea and nothing to do with it. We walk away from this conversation friends. There's nothing. There's no problem. How do we know? But you tell us. How do we make sure that someone doesn't create more NUC in the future? Or move NUC, or do anything.
Well, I think I don't think anybody like that. Look, I don't know that much about your blockchain. This would only happen at a centralized exchange, right? I mean, so the question is, how can we be sure it doesn't happen again? Look, I thought we were trying to help. Honestly, someone said they asked us to do this, to reverse it so they could make it an on-chain transaction. I'm like, well, this isn't normally what we would do. I don't like doing this, but if this is what the parties want to happen, then I was okay to accommodate it because I wanted this to be, I wanted both sides to just, I don't know, get along with it, move along.
We're happy with what you're saying. Very good. We're all friends. Can you tell us how do we make sure that they don't happen again? So for example, if you wanted to, I mean, you guys are, okay, you're a major institution. FTTs and majors, you're connected with, you have credibility. We're not accusing you of that. How do we know a small operator can't just do it?
Well, I mean, this is more philosophy. Look, I have to say, like, this is always, centralized exchanges, that's always the thing, right? That's why, that's always the risk of a centralized exchange. You have a bad operator, they can do bad things with bad intent. There is that risk at all cases, right? That's why some people don't want to be on centralized exchanges. So wait a second, because Erwin, do you know where the chat was where it was asked to reverse this?
Yeah, I pasted the chat to your Slack.
Send it to me because you know what? I work 15-hour days. I don't actually remember everything. So
I message you. Yeah.
okay, I'm reading the chat that was communicated to me, right? And okay, arguably I should have talked to you directly before I authorized this, but this is the message I got. Hey, sorry to bug you guys about this, but we returned the nuke to NuCoin via Liquid, but they are upset because there's no transaction ID. That's what was communicated to me, right? But I'm reading the message right now. They are upset because there's no transaction ID. So I took it from that there was some sort of communication between you guys and Alameda that you didn't want this transaction to go through, and therefore we should reverse it, and then they would send some on-chain transaction to a non-liquid wallet that would generate a transaction hash that would be on-chain, that would be auditable, et cetera, et cetera. That's what I thought this was all about. This is, yeah. And okay, I probably shouldn't do it, but I'm getting busy. I probably should have called you and confirmed that with you directly. By you, I mean the NuGenesis.
So obviously, so right now, those funds are just back with Alameda. So if we're correct, you've reversed it, it's just back with Alameda.
I honestly, I don't think I've ever done that before in my 4 years. And we have 1,000 withdrawals per day. Like we have gazillions of transactions. I don't, right? And I never authorized it. But my assumption was that there was a dialogue between the two parties and they wanted this reversal to happen. Hence, I authorized it. Now,
I can find out. I'll give you the true answer tomorrow.
I did not do my full due diligence.
I know that there are guys over there on the Bahamians who are investigating against SBF, but that's not on the politicians, because the politicians in the US are saying this. So the story continues. I'm really looking forward how it will play out. I think that SBF played a really good game from the beginning on, and he knew what he was doing. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled, guys. He's not the good guy. Definitely not.